But also celebrities. For example, Snoop Dogg has been tweeting, posting all morning, and guess who got involved? Oprah. Well, he involved Oprah because now he's tweeting about both of them, and he's just going at it, throwing shots about them, saying that they don't support their community.
Don't get me wrong, I was dead wrong. Are you a virgin?
How could you ask me that question?
I just want to know. I want to know.
I'm a gentleman.
In a shocking revelation that sent ripples through the entertainment industry, Snoop Dogg has openly called out media mogul Oprah Winfrey, labeling her as a snake and accusing her of exploiting vulnerable celebrities for personal gain. During a candid interview, the legendary rapper didn't hold back, naming several high-profile individuals he claims were victims of Oprah's manipulative tactics. Snoop's bold statements have ignited a fierce debate online, with fans and critics alike questioning the true nature of Oprah's influence in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She's like, the network put out this salacious video, just this little part. If you see the whole interview, guess what? You might change your mind. But it's like, nah, you still ask the question.
Yeah, I think people are more upset because the question was asked. Like, why are we even asking this question to his friend, first of all? Second of all, you're aware that people are still mourning his death. His wife hasn't even... Todavía no lo entierran.
Yeah, they haven't laid him or his daughter or the others to rest yet. Like, there's a time and a place. Now, you brought something up that was really dope. People are saying she's just doing her job. Yeah, but if she kept that same interview, why not interview Harvey Weinstein or kept, and ask them those questions?
Like if she
why
did
not
her
press
job
them?
all across the board.
Accuses them of trying to tarnish Kobe Bryant's legacy with rape interview question. The outrage emanated from Gail's interview with Lisa Leslie, during which the reporter probed the former WNBA star about Bryant's 2003 rape case. Snoop Dogg maintained that Gail and he maintained that Gail and Oprah have not been going after Harvey Weinstein and have stood on the fence when it comes up. And King herself responded to the criticism regarding her mentioning of Bryant's rape case, claiming that she was mortified and embarrassed by the network's decision to choose that particular clip to promote her interview with Leslie.
Snoop Dogg's criticism centers around Oprah's history of conducting hard-hitting interviews with celebrities who are often at their lowest points. He pointed out instances where Oprah appeared to sensationalize the personal struggles of figures like Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, and even the late Whitney Houston. Snoop claimed that instead of offering support, Oprah seemed more focused on amplifying their controversies for ratings.
Okay, did you start having plastic surgery because of those teen years, because of not liking the way you look?
No, not really.
Not really?
No, it's only two things. Read it, get my book. It's no big deal.
Okay. You don't want to tell me what it is? You had your nose done, obviously.
Yeah, but so did a lot of people that I know.
Yeah. So the thing that is most discussed about you, I think, is the fact that the color of your skin is obviously different than it was when you were younger.
Yes.
And so I think it has caused a great deal of speculation and controversy as to what you have done or are doing. Are you bleaching your skin? And is your skin lighter because you don't like being black?
Okay, number one, as I know of, there is no such thing as skin bleaching. I have never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear, always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons to...
Okay, number one, this is the situation. I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. It's something that I cannot help.
And when you apologized, did you feel the apology?
No, I did not. No, it wasn't sincere. It wasn't sincere and stuff.
Thank you for saying that, because when I heard it, I didn't think it was.
No, it wasn't sincere.
Yeah. Why did you sit there that whole time?
I don't know. I was just overwhelmed.
Could you believe she was saying what she was saying?
No.
No? Were you surprised that she was saying those things?
Yeah. I truly wanted to sock her. At that particular moment, I truly wanted to sock her. But I just didn't do it. I was young at the time. I was really...
Did you sock her afterwards?
No, not afterwards. I didn't stop.
She only pulls up when you're down bad, Snoop remarked during the explosive interview. Where was the support when these people needed a platform to defend themselves? Instead, she sat there, judging, as if she was above them all.
So I wish I could use Snoop Dogg's words. Like, I really wish. And I said I wish I could use them. Like,
because Snoop Dogg is currently
I think that's
because of that.
I'm actually happy
No,
that
nobody
Snoop,
see. Do you know what?
I'm happy
A lot
that
of people...
Snoop is, I say Snoop. I'm happy that Snoop is talking about this because when Monique spoke about it, it felt like, oh, she's coming from a bitter place, women stressing women and blah, blah, blah. I'm so happy that Snoop Dogg is talking about this.
I don't care if Snoop Dogg is under fire. It just shows that a lot of people are not smart.
For?
Because of the words he...
Yeah, a lot of people are not smart enough.
And that was why 50 Cent said...
The people that ignore
apologize,
the message and choose to focus on the language.
In a recent interview on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, Monique confronted Oprah Winfrey about their long-standing feud. Monique accused Winfrey of betraying her by allegedly blackballing her in Hollywood after her Oscar win for Precious. She claimed that roles she was promised were given to Winfrey instead, and that Winfrey and Tyler Perry were behind this effort. Monique also expressed her hurt over Oprah bringing her estranged brother on the show without her consent, feeling it was a breach of trust.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, oh, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are. Where Oprah Winfrey and I have a problem is Oprah Winfrey called us up and she said my brother wanted to come on the show and talk about him molesting me, and he wanted to tell other parents how to look out for molesters. My brother Gerald is a charmer. So my mind thought was, because she said, do you want to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat. I said, nigga, I know is up to a scam.
In a candid interview on the Comedy Hype podcast, Monique delved into her turbulent relationship with Oprah Winfrey, illuminating the deep-seated grievances she holds against the media mogul. Monique's frustration stems primarily from Oprah's decision to feature her estranged brother on a 2010 episode of her talk show, in which he discussed molesting Monique when she was a child.
But people can change. And who am I to say he hasn't changed? It might really be different. So I don't want to get in the way of that. I just don't want nothing to do with it. She said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen. But I wanted to call you up to see how you felt first. When I hung up that phone, brother, I looked at my husband and I said, that bitch is all right with me. That's a real...
She kept it because
she didn't have to call me up. She didn't have to say my brother was coming. She could have just ran with shit and let it happen. I dig her for that. Now I begin to see commercials with my brother, my mother.
Adding to the bitterness is Monique's perception that Oprah, alongside other prominent figures like Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels, played a role in blackballing her in Hollywood after her Oscar win for Precious. Monique has consistently argued that her vocal stand against unfair treatment and underpayment in the industry led to her being ostracized and losing out on significant career opportunities.
I got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate. When you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood.
But this isn't the only difficulty that Monique is facing at the time. So while she's getting backlash because she wasn't playing the game, Monique had been betrayed by somebody that she never saw coming. This is where things shift from professional to deeply personal.
What happened?
Oprah Winfrey has long been a prominent advocate for social justice, leveraging her influential platform to shed light on systemic discrimination, inequality, and other pressing social issues. In the wake of significant events like the police killing of George Floyd, Oprah took a proactive stance by hosting specials that addressed these critical topics. These discussions featured influential voices such as Ava DuVernay and Stacey Abrams, aiming to foster dialogue and inspire change within communities.
If you got kids in college and the commencement speaker is likely to spew out woke rhetoric, encourage them to stand up and walk the hell out. That will be one of the best life lessons that you can give them before they head off into the world themselves. Play the clip.
You are the generation that is forced to depend on body cams to obtain justice. And even then, accountability, as we've seen again and again, can be so hard to come by. You witnessed the storming of the Capitol and the death of civility. You're acutely aware that voting rights are being gutted, women's rights are being dismantled, books are being banned, history is being rewritten.
It is funny to me that a lot of these people pushing these agendas are already filthy rich and largely unaffected by what they want the rest of us to comply with through either being forced to change or agree with. And it is so weird that the Dems seem to never be concerned about the real issues like inflation, high gas, foreign threats, and the crime. Be sure to subscribe.
While Oprah Winfrey has established herself as a leading advocate for social justice and equality, she has not been immune to criticism regarding her treatment of certain Black artists and individuals. Some have accused her of not adequately supporting or compensating Black talent involved in her projects, raising significant questions about equity and representation in the entertainment industry. This scrutiny highlights a complex dichotomy within Oprah's legacy.
This movie was important because it created a space and roles for a group of Black women.
Yes, and I would just like to say about this whole I heard I was trending yesterday. Because people are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film, championing not only the behind-the-scenes production, but also everything that everybody needed. So whenever I heard that there was something that people needed, I'm not in charge of the budget because that's Warner Brothers. You know, that's the way the studio system works. And we as producers, everybody gets their salary. That's negotiated by your team. And so whenever I heard there was an issue or there was a problem with the cars or there was a problem with the food, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right.
In a candid interview with Gayle King on SiriusXM in December 2023, Taraji P. Henson opened up about the persistent pay disparities she and other Black actresses face in Hollywood. She expressed her frustration, stating, "I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over."
Well, Oprah Winfrey is hitting back at claims that she created a negative experience for the cast during the filming of The Colour Purple.
Now, speculation making cast members drive themselves to set in rental cars, but the media mogul has shut all of those rumours down, saying there's no bad blood between the pair.
Henson's openness about pay inequity resonated with many in the industry. Actresses like Gabrielle Union and Keke Palmer echoed her sentiments, highlighting the broader issue of financial disparities affecting Black women in Hollywood, including notable figures like rapper 50 Cent, have accused Oprah Winfrey of disproportionately targeting Black men in her support of the hashtag #MeToo movement. Specifically, 50 Cent has pointed out her focus on allegations against Black icons such as Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, arguing that she appears to overlook similar accusations against white men in Hollywood.
Right, and I recently saw you on Oprah special, so how are y'all getting along and have y'all spoke after this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have anything against Oprah.
You just called her a bitch.
I'm gonna tell you why.
You named your dog Oprah, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Look.
I remember that.
No, look, every time she made a mention to hip-hop culture, it was something that was wrong with it. And it was something that was on my CD that was the largest debut in hip-hop album. You're looking at it and you're saying that everything that's wrong with our culture is why I'm a success.
Wow.
So when I actually got a chance to talk to her, she was like, I never thought about it like that.
Recently, Ice Cube's interview with Tucker Carlson garnered significant attention, with nearly 2 million views in a short span. In the interview, Ice Cube stated that he was told by producers that a few hosts of The View did not appreciate his views, and that's why he was not invited back. He added that he doesn't follow the brand of politics that The View promotes, and that he considers himself an independent thinker.
What platforms have banned you?
I've been I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. So, or a few of the hosts, I mean. So that's what I was told by the producers. You know, I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using some of the hosts to not have me come on and explain myself, but I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah, you know.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too. You know, I don't know what it is, but, you know, several of my, you know, I had a movie called Barbershop, you know.
Yeah, I remember.
That I wasn't invited to participate with the cast. I produced a show called Black White, and it was a very controversial show. And once again, they had the whole cast on, but I wasn't invited.
The rapper also mentioned that he was excluded from other events throughout his career, including the reunion for his movie Barbershop on Oprah's show and the cast reunion for his show Black White. Ice Cube expressed his frustration, saying that despite his contributions to these projects, he was not invited to participate in the reunion.
You know, I've been shut out.
Wait, that sounds like right-wing extremism and whataboutism.
But I've been shut out. You know, some platforms will not have me on.
Why?
They don't like that I'm, you know, an independent thinker. I'm not part of the herd. I'm not part of the go along to get along gang, so to speak. So, you know, I'm an outsider. And so, you know, I'm not part of the club.
Ice Cube is shaking up the gatekeepers just by making appearances with Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, Piers Morgan. He's having an impact. He's normalizing a behavior of, hey, let me go sit down and talk with anyone and reject the programming that I can only talk with who corporate media, the Democratic Party, Democratic politicians, and social media tell me I can talk with.
What are your thoughts on Snoop Dogg's explosive claims about Oprah Winfrey and the allegations surrounding her treatment of black celebrities? Share your opinions in the comments below.